Quantitative meaning the numbers and metrics. More than likely you have Google Analytics set up on your site. But the insight really tells you what's going on in the customer's mind. More than likely today, you're already capturing the analytics that you need to make actionable marketing results. But you're probably stuck. You don't know what to actually do with that data. And I'm going to help you try to think about it differently. I'm going to show you a lot of different tools and how you can use those tools to run the right experiments to get the biggest results. So here's some of the analytics tools that we work with. Obviously Google Analytics, some people use HubSpot, Marketo, IBM Spaces, Coremetrics, Adobe. I'll also be talking about a specific tool called Hotjar, which does qualitative and quantitative analytics. But then there's also different testing tools to actually validate your hypothesis or your different experiments. There's Optimizely, Visual Website Optimizer, Adobe Target. And actually there's an exhibitor here today, EJ, raise your hand. There's Experiment Engine, if you want to check out Experiment Engine. They have a great offering as well. But really, the analytics allows you to define specific KPIs for your business. Just because you're looking to improve conversions, that doesn't really mean very much. You want to segment it out to very specific channels, affiliate, PPC, social media, email marketing, so you can have a very specific KPI for improvement. After we gather the data and insight and we come up with a hypothesis, we want to actually run tests to improve conversion rate. This is an example of just a test using Optimizely. And the takeaway from this is really use that data to validate in an experiment to make sure if it works or not. When you start doing conversion optimization, it's this interesting experience where the CEO of a company or someone wants to try something, and you're like, I don't know if that's really going to work or not. With testing, it doesn't matter. You don't need to guess. You just test it. You can try anything you want to figure out what is the right approach for your website. With insight, it's really understanding what's going on in the customer's mind. Really, the secret to improving your conversion rates lives in your customer's mind. You want to find out the why of what is actually going on with your website. Not only will allow you to create a better user experience, but it will allow you to know more about your customer over time. The different personas, what is causing friction on your website, what is causing people to leave. And in order to do that, we'll use specific tools. But in the past, it's been very difficult to gather this user research. I was actually on a webinar the other day from user testing, and most companies don't have dedicated people to do this user research. It's very important to do surveys, polls, user testing, and watch people go through your site, your competitor sites, and different Google search queries. But today, there's a lot of different tools that you can use to gather this insight very quickly and very inexpensively. With a tool like Hotjar, you can do polls, surveys, funnels, user recordings, and so you can actually watch people playbacks of what is actually going on really on your site. You can also use different survey tools like SurveyMonkey or 4C, and also live chat. Live chat is very important because we can see the patterns of language that people are asking questions about your site. What are the top FAQs that people are asking? If you're not identifying those top FAQs, then you're not addressing what people's problems are. You can even use potentially your reviews to figure out what are the top positive and negative reviews that people are talking about your website. And then use that as content back on to provide social proof. From that, we're able to come up with a hypothesis. A hypothesis is simply just establishing a specific observation or problem, defining a certain solution, and then having specific goals or KPIs that you can run experiments on. So here's what it kind of looks like when we do this rapid iterative testing process. While we're setting up one test, we're already thinking about how that's going to work with our overall business goals. So we're taking the quantitative and the qualitative to come up with very specific experiments. It could be as simple as a headline test or an overall user experience test. How many steps are the right amount of steps in your funnel? From that, we're able to validate it using testing. And then once we know what's working, you double down on that and scale and grow your bottom line. So looking at 5 specific examples, I just simply Googled 5 very popular terms: small business loans, education, a service business, attorneys, and finance. And these are good examples because this will show you how you can actually re-engineer what your competitors are doing using certain different tools. So you could, just like I didn't have access to any of their analytics, but I could basically figure out what they would do with their analytics to get a competitive advantage. So the first one, loans.